The Gorecast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror.
Also brought to you by iBleedIndie.com, your one-stop shop for all your horror rentals and purchases. Don't waste $10 on a soda, relax at home with iBleedIndie.com. Hey, and welcome to another Gorecast Bite Size here with us on the old Emerald Gore Society page. So, as many of you have seen, I'm sure the old It trailer is out. And there's been a lot of mixed responses, I suppose, would be the politest way of putting it.
That's because people that haven't seen the original think it's awesome. People that have seen the original, they're looking at them going, what are you on?
And some people who have seen the original, I'm gobsmacked and think it's awesome. But anyway, we thought that we might do a live trailer reaction and just see what the whole brouhaha is about. Brouhaha. Okay, so we'll do the first one. We'll do 2017 trailer. The following preview has been approved for certified audiences.
You're going to need this.
Okay, where am I? Crap myself.
She's already Captain. Thanks.
Okay, this isn't looking too dissimilar to the original.
I know, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I saw this opening and went, okay, you know what? Good. Cool.
Yeah. That's all good. How did he not see that?
Because he's concentrating. Look, they need a bit of a gag nowadays for some reason.
This is a scene where you don't need levity, though.
I know. In fact, it's quite the opposite. But
Yeah.
you understand. I think I understand why they put it in when you see this.
This is where it's going to go downhill quickly. Oh, yeah.
Now, think about it. Scary as that opening scene is, there's also levity in it, which was why they needed to put in him slapping his head off.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't buy the new It look.
It's because it shouldn't look scary. It should look innocuous, friendly.
Yeah. Like Pennywise the original Pennywise in his own rights was very approachable until you saw the
Fangs.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't approachable. He had this
Tim Curry
creepy air about him, but yeah.
Look, it's all connected by the sewers. That's where it lives.
Tim Curry got in the mind of the monster, though.
Yeah.
What happened?
This is pretty good. I like this until I see his fucking face again. Oh, September. They have like nearly 5 months to fix it. That's okay.
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
It was way... The fuck is that?
An attempt to introduce zany humor to the character because there's supposed to be zany humor in
Would you
him.
even call that zany humor?
The movement is an attempt, yeah. Make him move all disjointed and freaky looking. Hey, yeah.
I don't know what to make of that.
Look, at the end of the day, we haven't seen the actual film, so we're
No.
only going by the trailer.
Yeah.
We are used to
Because
seeing...
in the defense, visually, I'm having trouble with the way Pennywise looks. But in saying that, Skarsgård is a serious actor, and he had this really cool creepiness to him in Hemlock Grove. That I don't know if you wouldn't know. He might be able to still be alluring as a clown in his own weird way. I just think there he looks just like...
The drab colouring of the costume...
I hate the buck tooth thing.
Whatever about that, but the drab colouring of the costume, I think, is the biggest problem. Once again, Tim Curry's Pennywise was not only a more approachable character, but the colourfulness drew kids in. That was part of the appeal.
Like, he looked like the typical I hate my job clown you rent for birthday parties and stuff like that. Now, granted, the clown that if he arrived at your house, parents would be kind of like, that clown's a little bit fucking... Well, actually, we don't have to talk to the kids for 3 hours.
Hold on. Before he goes into full-on I'm going to eat you mode, Tim Curry's It is very clown-friendly. In fact, that's the whole fucking point. He lures them in. Now, obviously they're going to try and do that with the new one, but the problem is he isn't the colourful character that would draw kids in naturally. So
no, he's terrifying looking.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Now, if they had done a change...
I was saying this, I can't remember who I was saying it to, but like they've done him in the attempt to make him so terrifying. They've actually made him laughable. He's nearly like Dr. Evil-esque costume.
Because they've gone over the top. Yeah, gone over the top. If they had... it would have been simple. All they have to do is, and okay, maybe it wouldn't have been that simple, I admit, but 2 different costumes, 2 different looks.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Curry...
Now, in saying that, there is a bit in the trailer there where he doesn't appear to be in that black costume. When they're doing the slides, he's not in the black costume.
That's because he's manipulating something. So that's understandable.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. It could... We haven't seen enough of the trailer. They are very much flashing the black culotte motherfucker wearing...
As I said, if he's like that as like the same way the original It would bear his fangs, and that's how you knew, oh gods. So if they were doing
it's dinner time.
Yeah, if they were doing the dark, if they switched to a dark version for that aspect, then yeah, brilliant, awesome. But if he's like that the whole fucking time,
like some sort of Mighty Morphin.
It's not the fucking weirdest thing we've seen, especially when it comes to supposedly supernatural entities.
Well, that's true.
In fact, is true. To be perfectly honest, given the nature of what it is, it would make perfect sense if they have him looking that bleak the whole time, that menacing.
Yeah.
A predator doesn't make itself look menacing the whole time unless it's an ambush predator, in which case it's ambushing them.
Yeah. Well, he does seem to ambush a lot, but that's not the Pennywise we know and love.
The way that this particular predator works is that he lures its prey in.
Yeah.
Then it devours them. You cannot lure prey in if you automatically look like something that's going to devour you.
It's like running through the woods and like, I'm a wolf, I'm a wolf, I'm a wolf, I'm a wolf. They're going to run.
Pretty much. And that's, to be honest, that's my one and only problem, apart from the fact that they've apparently made the entire thing into one film.
Yeah, I think that's another reason I'm a little bit apprehensive about it.
The original...
I'm like half excited to see it and half expecting it to rob some of my childhood.
Yeah, no.
This is going to be like the horror equivalent of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
Yeah. The original comprised of 2 movies, basically, 2 made-for-TV movies, and even that took certain liberties with the story.
If you're somehow in the age group, or somehow we're in the age group but we're too terrified to watch it in the first place, go give it a watch.
That first part especially is my favourite. It is by far...
Yeah, episode 1.
Particularly because the kids interact with Pennywise the most in that, and because you get that unassuming evil that Tim Curry manages to portray in it. Tim Curry. That I think is going to be sorely lacking in the new one. Plus, as I said, they've chopped it down to 1 film. There's no way that the story is going to be given justice.
And it's an hour and a half. Like, even if it was like 2 and a bit hours...
Maybe.
No, but even maybe you're going to be skipping some very crucial...
the entire part with the kids took 2 hours.
What I'm noticing is I haven't seen adult versions of them in that trailer anywhere.
So there could be a possibility that we're getting a sequel wherein they're adults.
Or...
Are we getting a sequel wherein they're adults? Because if so, you should probably tell us that now to stop guys like us bitching about your film. Yeah. At least about that point.
No, but I heard was it James Wan was supposed to direct it initially?
I can't remember, maybe.
I heard that he wanted to do it as 2, and they wanted to do it as 1, and that's where they had a bit of a splitting of ways.
Once again,
I don't know why they'd suddenly turn around and do the 2, because it's your man who did Mana. That's the director.
Now here's the thing. Also, this is the first trailer, and as we know, they love to ruin films by throwing out multiple fucking trailers because the gods know I haven't had enough shit spoiled for me.
Yeah.
I would have probably enjoyed Terminator Genesis if not for the fact that I made the mistake of watching the second trailer.
Hopefully, what'll happen is that they heard me say, "Oh, sure, it's not out till September. They have like nearly 5 months to fix it." And then someone over in Hollywood went, "Actually, do you know what? He's right. We could probably reshoot that in 5 months."
As I said, the first
We
trailer...
just Photoshop out all of that costume and we Photoshop back in Tim Curry.
Pretty dark.
No, I actually do. No, I do want to see Skarsgård as Pennywise. I'm intrigued to see what he brings to the role.
As I said, my only problem is the costume, and if he's going to be like
he's
that,
a hard sell.
He should. Yeah, especially for something that's going to be luring people in. But like I said, I mean, we've only seen the first trailer.
Like, I'm irresponsible to a degree that's nearly annoying, and if he showed up for my kid's party in the 2017 version, I'd be like, yeah, I'm probably just going to hire another clown because I'm not hiring a clown that I need to stand beside the entire time.
Unless you knew he was going to look like that in the first place, and that was the whole fucking point, in which case, happy days. Addams Family or something. But like I said, we've only seen the first trailer, and like you mentioned, we haven't seen the adults. So maybe this is just the kids. Maybe they have split it into two films. Maybe we're completely wrong. I fucking hope so. Otherwise, I have a funny feeling the story is going to be getting fucking hard pressed. Shall we rock on with the
let's do the other trailer. We're going to do the original trailer
for the original two-part miniseries,
which I'm sure the entire synopsis on it will be. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, click. The following preview has been approved by a company featured the Motion Pictures Association of America. Got that last American. Tia and Tamara's dad reading some books. Sister.
Where are you guys anyway?
We're sort of a club.
Yeah, the Losers Club.
No, this is already... I already prefer this one just because it's... While still being creepy, is building the notion that all these kids are still together.
Yeah. At this stage, you know something's going to happen to kids. You just don't know what.
But they're all in it together.
A Warner Brothers logo falls from the sky, crushing them all to death. Joke.
I want to kill it.
Like, no stupid reveal of the clown at all, actually, so far.
Yeah. This is just creep.
Like, we're a solid minute in now.
Who's going to be next?
Call it 45 seconds because that logo thing was on. Here it is. Now, I'm going to point out, people, right about here, as you see this boat with young Georgie running down the street after it, that you're going to notice something very comparable to the 2017 feature.
Yeah, he doesn't crack his head.
Yeah, he doesn't. Georgie's straight up. He's running on the footpath. Then he goes, oh shit, there's some boulders there.
Now look.
Friendly clown. Now it's still kind of, why is there a clown in the sewer? Tia and Tamara's dead. I can't remember what she's in, but she's in loads of stuff.
Oh, she was Lois Lane. Or not Lois Lane, fucking Lana Lang.
What was he?
And she was also...
Jack Ripper. Jack
she
Tripper.
was...
Three's Company.
Big white tie, red nose.
Your one also played...
About 75 feet tall.
Margaret
mouth
Kent
full of razor
Small.
sharp teeth.
Yes! Good man. When evil rises,
Personally, I always found her really hot as well.
will it be bested?
Losers fight it. Losers die.
Yeah. That's how you do a trailer.
Yeah. No cheesy, over the top, trying to fucking...
Oh, I love that. You all float down here. That's something that really bugs me about that trailer as well, is the fact that, like, the whole creepiness about that scene where he's talking to his brother in the original is the fact that the kids...
He actually comes across really friendly. I know it seemed really sinister there because it was just the opening line.
I'm talking about Georgie talking to his brother.
Oh, later on.
Yeah. We all float down here.
Yeah.
You'll float too. And he says it in this real calm...
Innocent...
Yeah. Which nearly lends another level of creepiness to it.
I mean...
Even more so. It's like, you'll float down there, you'll float down there, you'll float down there, you'll float down there.
In the original, it worked so well...
Cop on.
In the original, it worked so well that your man actually starts walking towards him and the others have to pull him back.
Yeah. Until he says, we'll float down here.
I know, in that, I'd imagine he goes off like that and he's like, back away, not today, Disco Georgie.
You are much more of an asshole dead than you were when you were alive.
Yeah.
I put that bollard in the road for you.
But actually, what I was getting to was the scene where we first get introduced to Pennywise, where he's in the sewer, where he meets Georgie.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I know there it looked creepy as fuck because it was just the opening line.
Well,
but you have to
and
understand...
clowns
Well, no, hang on, stop, bear with me, right?
in the sewer.
My point is this.
There's a whispers.
He changes his voice, he changes his tone, he changes his very demeanour. His voice becomes softer. His words,
Georgie.
Hiya, Georgie. Why don't you come down here too? We all float down here. We got lots of balloons. You have a
You're
great
missing the
time.
huskiness.
I know, I can't say. Yeah, but my point is that...
Hi, Georgie.
My point is that he does things like small bits of body small changes in body language, voice manipulation to make himself appear friendlier, to make himself seem more enticing, to basically draw kids in. Now, I find
he does be a clown, and he plays the clown well.
Now, once again, the colourful aspect of the original version helps, but I find it very difficult to see how the new scary-ass fucking Pennywise is going to be able to talk kids in, even with fucking the same tricks of softening the voice, using simpler words, of, kind of a more relaxed body stance, a less imposing body language, all these things.
Like, even the shape of his head is much larger than... It's a massive head. Like, Tim Curry looks like a purport... Yeah, but it's like a massive head.
He's also standing forward. You can see in a lot of the stuff that he's kind of hunched forward, so his head is...
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know.
I just think that, as I said, I can't see how they'll be able to follow the typical Pennywise MO of luring in prey with a character that is so...
Unless he literally... do you remember the scene in the miniseries where he's in the book?
Yeah. And the flip through, that's one of my favourite scenes.
So what if, the way when he comes out of the book, he's in colour. So
me.
what if maybe the reason he's kind of in black and white there is because when he comes out of the book, it's as if he literally came out of the book. Did they say some enchantment that releases Pennywise? I hope not.
No. Firstly, the only reason he was black and white, and that was because they were looking through a scrapbook of old photographs taken at the time.
But what if that's...
manipulated to the colour? And I can see what you're getting to, but that would mean that they know about him first, which is completely wrong because they have to figure this shit out after Georgie's death, after they realise that other kids are missing.
You're right. And you're right.
But as I said, I think... No, I'm not going to be watching...
I think the guys who have released the trailer and have made the movie should watch the 1990s trailer that we just watched, and then all go in a room, have a little discussion, and realise that you've got 5 months before September. Look, you've got plenty of time.
I think, to be perfectly honest, I think the biggest question about it at the moment, and what will make or break it...
June, July, August, shit.
I know, but what will make or break the film is this. I'm only going to be watching that trailer. I'm not going to be watching any more, right? I'm sure you probably will, or others probably will.
I tend to keep abreast of these things.
Okay. If there is no sign of any adult version of these guys in any other trailers...
Could be a dual film.
Then, no, not only that, but it could mean that we actually are getting 2 movies, in which
That's what
case...
I just said.
Oh, sorry.
Could be a dual film.
I thought you said doable film.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
But that
I agree with you.
That would just take the fucking pressure off a hell of a lot. It would certainly...
I agree with you. I'm pretty sure I didn't see any adults in it. It was all kids.
They were all kids, at least. Or at least as much. Bear in mind, in the original one, there was when they're kids, it's flashback stuff.
Yeah.
But for the most of the first part, it is the flashbacks. So that's why we're...
And also there's actually, if you think about it, most of the scary stuff happens in the flashbacks.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably why... Oh no, actually, no shit. It could still be one movie. Because, the way they love to put all of the scary stuff
because we can't just find this stuff and actually find it scary. No, you got to get this shit ruined every fucking time.
I can't express enough how good the 1990s trailer is because it tells you everything without fucking showing you or telling you anything.
We probably
there's
told
some
you
kids,
more about the
there's some adults, there's a creepy ass fucking clown, and that's it. And there's a fucking spider,
Well, you didn't even know that, really.
No, he shows up in the end of the
Yeah,
trailer.
but you didn't know.
Yeah, well,
something.
he's some kind of insectoid, kind of doohickey anyway. But
I think we just spoiled stuff.
fucking how? Sorry, lads, it's a fucking remake. It's been out 27 years.
Yeah, but clearly some people haven't watched the remake because clearly they were waiting for, some newfangled.
Although
whatever.
you don't know, we don't fucking know.
I've asked people. I've actually asked at least 4 or 5 people what they thought of the new trailer and had they seen the original. And of those 4 or 5 people, at least 2 of them actually.
No, I mean,
at least 2 of them actually genuinely said there was an original.
I mean, that is appalling. What I mean is that we don't even know, is the spider still in it? What if they make it like a whole different kind of thing? They fucking jerked around the look of Pennywise enough. The only thing about Pennywise that's similar to the old Pennywise is he's a clown. That's it.
And even that's debatable.
Yeah. That just dawned on me.
Yep.
Because
it's alright though. If they did, I'm sure they'll show it in whatever other trailers they do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. Okay, mix. I am still excited to see the film because I want to. God, please, oh God, let myself and Giz be wrong, and you've actually done a fantastic job. Please, oh please, oh please. There's nothing more I would like. This is one of my favorite stories of horror from.
Some people like to be right all the time. We fucking don't.
No,
it's a pain in the arse.
And we're quite frequently not right all the time.
Wrong.
Yeah,
okay?
Just I so want this to be amazing. Like, I'm not joking. I can get over it if there has to be some way that you can sell the character.
Sorry, I just got a Misery Loves Company song stuck in my head.
Okay. There has to be some way you could sell the character to a kid. Do you know what I mean? So
as I said, maybe they do what I said, and
but they only put the scary shit in the trailer as well. You never know. There could be, as you said, costume change.
If there was, and this is why I don't think there will be. If there was, then he would have looked different when he encountered Georgie.
Yeah, you're right.
He would have had to, especially to offset. Especially to offset the notion, as you keep bringing up, of a fucking clown in a sewer.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, on that disappointing note, I think we're going to leave the Gorecast. I hope I'm wrong though.
We really do.
You have no idea.
Yep. I think I'm gonna go home and watch. Yeah, I'm gonna go home and watch the original.
I'm just gonna go cry in a corner or something. Gorecast out.
Gorecast out.